Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Welcome to your Mercury and Retrograde reading. We're going to do a couple of things today. We're going to look at your challenge and your opportunity with this retrograde period. Mercury went into shadow on August 4th, stations retrograde on the 23rd. Stations direct on September 15th, close its shadow on October 18th, and so we're in the now it's going to retrograde kind of period of this. And so we're going to look at the challenge of this and the opportunity, and then we're going to look at Venus and Mars and what they're doing, and kind of look at a relationship reboot, because they are currently running in this energy of choice and decision making for the next 2 months. And so we'll have Mars in air sign and Venus in a fire sign, and air feeds fire. And then they move on, and we get this air, Venus in Earth. Venus will be in Earth, and Mars will be in water. And so water will soften Earth, but also Earth creates a container for water. And so there's an opportunity here to really make choices and decision and in a way that helps us to, exes do come back during retrograde, right? And so sometimes they come back to revisit and to heal. Sometimes it's a reconnection, but no matter what, you can't do anything about the other person. What you do is you raise your own vibrational energy, and then that way, if that matches with yours, then you could try again, or if not, you're ready to release and let them go. And so no matter what, it's very healing energy. I'm going to get all the cards here, but this is super interesting. You have, for overall energy here, discover the early dewdrops before they disappear in the morning sun. And so the challenge for you is about snagging those ideas. When Mercury is in retrograde, communication becomes a little more complicated. And what I find fascinating, Cancer, is how much is piling up in the obstacle, the challenge, how clear and simplified the opportunity is for you. And so we're going to discuss, but I really want to get this last group of cards out here. But it seems as though that Dew card says it all. It's your perception. I love this. Okay. It's really a very simple message. So if this is the kind of message that you like, be sure to hit the thumbs up and support this channel. But look, you have here, you have the Magician. So, Cancer, this is your year, right? And you have everything you need. You have everything you need, and it's right there on the table. The Ace of Swords is about discerning and deciding what it is that you need to pick up off the table, right? It is about using that thought, that idea, that lightning bolt of an idea that comes in, and being able to understand what is the next best step. That's the challenge. I think you have a lot of ideas that's been going on, and how do you take that idea and elevate that into something that really works for you? You have really empowering cards here in the challenge, and so I almost feel like it feels a little overwhelming. Like there's so much, and they're so active, and there's so much going on, and it can be overwhelming. And sometimes you wake up and you say, oh my God, there's so much on my plate today, I'm exhausted. Well, it's because you feel overwhelmed, not because you're tired, right? And so how do you sort through that energy? So we have the Bee spirit, which says sweet results await. And so there's almost this impatience of, I'm doing this work, I'm doing this stuff, I'm putting in the energy, I have these ideas, and it doesn't seem like anything's happening. So good news on that. Mercury is in retrograde, Venus is in retrograde, but by the time we get to the 1010 gateway, everybody's moving direct, and they've cleared the shadows. And so that is going to be a real launching forward for you. Because there's an eclipse that happens on the 14th in an initiating sign, and you're an initiating sign, and all the personal planets will be moving forward. Everybody else is in retrograde. All the other planets are just about freaking retrograde then. But the personal planets, and that's the thing when you start to see things. And so during this time of revision, review, editing, this is a time to get down into the details, to really discern and decide. And so the challenge is that you understand that there's a timing factor here, and you're not wasting your time. It's just because you can't see anything. You're seeing it before everybody else does. Look at the early dewdrops before they disappear in the morning sun. This is getting up at the crack of dawn kind of energy. In this case, it's during retrograde, is an opportunity to be very productive so that everything else flows as you move forward in the rest of the year. And so that's what's the challenge. The challenge is having the vision. The challenge is holding the vision. The challenge is seeing what other people don't see because they're still sleeping, or they're missing it. You see the magic. And the challenge is seeing the magic. It's there. It's about being motivated. So you have the swan. What you're looking at is reflecting back to you. If you see the magic is reflected back to you, and you manifest and you create. You have the dragonfly. This is spiritual downloads coming in. This is so much energy flowing to you. All this downloads and information, right, that you're getting. What are your thoughts when you wake up in the morning? What are you thinking about? What are those first cognitive thoughts that you have as you're waking up? Grab that information, those ideas when you're in the shower. Oh my gosh, water sign, right? In the shower, you get this downloads of information. Keep a notebook handy, because it is going to be time soon to strut your stuff. I think you have all these great ideas, and you're wondering, but how is this all coming together? It's coming together. So you have the well watcher, the wisdom and the power of the divine. Open up to the messages you are receiving. Are you so busy? Because bees are very busy, right? Busy, busy, busy. Are you so busy that you're forgetting to make time for spirit, to connect in with spirit, to have these moments? Now, for some of you, I know it says look at the early dewdrops before they disappear in the morning sun. But for some of us, our mornings are super busy, right? And so maybe it's easier once everybody goes to bed and everybody's settled down. And I know you might be really tired, but maybe going and taking a quiet bath or a little shower before you go to bed, maybe that's where you have this moment with spirit that you need. But make time, because use your mind wisely. This tells me there's a lot going on. It's a lot. It's like fleeting ideas. Like they come in and they go, right? Lightning. Lightning cracks through the sky and then it disappears. It's momentary. There's momentary hits of intuition, momentary ideas. And are you snagging them and pulling them out of the ethers, and then looking at everything that you have in front of you to work with it to create a plan? You have freedom is yours. That's a challenge. You have the freedom right now to decide what it is you want to do. And I think there's a lot of opportunities in front of you, and it's a bit overwhelming. And so it's in those quiet moments of sitting with spirit that will allow you to discern and decide. So this is a time to reevaluate, to research, to really lay the groundwork for what you want to do, they said rewire. I almost feel like that's a rewiring the way your brain works about something. So something around rewire. They're saying you're being rewired. Ooh. So you're going through this spiritual elevation right now. Your opportunity is interesting because it's the Eight of Swords, but look at it. It's a butterfly in the cocoon. Only it's not in the cocoon anymore. It's breaking out. Freedom is yours. And the Eight of Swords is about thinking you don't have any freedom and that you're stuck. But it's not in the cocoon. It's just hanging there. It hasn't opened up its wings. It doesn't know it can fly yet. Spirit says the challenge is you can fly. You can run. You can move forward. There is something you can, even though everything's in retrograde, you, Cancer, this is your year. I've been telling you that so many times. If you watch this channel, you know it. This is Cancer's year. You can move forward. The only one who thinks you can't is you. The opportunity to unfurl your wings and to fly. And when it's a butterfly, this is, to me, is about manifesting change in the 3D. This is about creating more wealth, more stability, more security, more whatever it is that you want here in this 3D existence. So the downloads and the inspiration are coming through, and the challenge for you is to see that you are free to move forward, and then the opportunity to set yourself free and to move forward. It's a truly beautiful thing. And look, you have this creative energy of the turtle. And the turtle is in flow. It can be very grounded. It moves forward on the ground. So you can ground your ideas and you can get into the emotional flow and you can just flow with spirit and move things forward. You have an opportunity here to really open things up and then really being connected with spirit and moving forward. You have the eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. This is seeing things from a higher perspective. What it is, whatever this is, there's something that you're like, I don't know, do I have everything I need? You do, because everything is on the table. You know, is this a really great idea? Yes, this is a really great idea. You have everything you need to move things forward. It is just a matter of you deciding to take a risk on yourself, which doesn't seem like a risk at all when you have all this going on. So look at the early dewdrops before they disappear in the morning sun. It is something that is so leading edge, something that not very many people are doing, a new way of doing, seeing, manifesting, whatever this creative idea is that you have. It is yours for the taking, but you got to take it before it disappears. There's some kind of an opportunity being offered to you. You have the spiral dancer. Circular route and perception. This is about spiraling up. You see things, you're like, but I've been here before. You have, but you're at a higher vantage point. You are flying on the eagle's wings. You are seeing things from a higher perspective. You are leveling up. You are moving in an upward flow of energy. Everything is working for you. Spirit is asking you to work for yourself too. Wow, that is really okay. All right. All right, let's take a look at this Venus and Mars energy and what you can do to reboot relationship energy in your life with this. If you are enjoying this kind of reading, if you're getting something out of it, please hit the thumbs up. You can hit the notification bell if you want to subscribe, and you will know you'll be notified when I upload videos. And also, if you would let me know when, where you're watching from, and about what time of day you generally watch videos. You know, is it in the morning? Is it on your commute home? When is it that you do this so that I can time things better for you, so that it works for you. Look, you guys, relationship-wise, looks so good. You do have the card of chivalry and commitment. So I'm going to read these because I don't want to mess with the messages. But I will say, you have these two swans that are reflecting back to each other, and you have the swan here in the challenge. And then so it's just a reminder that the energy that you put out into the world is reflected back to you. And so okay, let's start with chivalry. By drawing this card today, you are calling the energy of chivalry into your life. If you are a man, you are encouraged to consider ways in which being chivalrous can enhance your life to find more ways to demonstrate it. But beware, chivalry is not about just going through the motions. It is about understanding the subtle interplay of masculine and feminine energies, tapping into the sublime source of nurture, warmth, support, and love that is available from the secure and supported feminine. If you are a woman, this card is asking you to look at the ways that you could allow more chivalry into your life, encouraging you to look for the chivalrous qualities in the men around you. When a man does something chivalrous, gallant, or polite for you, thank him and let him know that you notice the chivalrous quality. A compliment such as this will surely motivate him to behave this way again in the future. And again, even if you're same sex, don't worry too much about it. It is about stepping up and helping people out and noticing when they step up to help you out and saying thank you. It is about recognizing, reflecting back to each other the energy. So the card of commitment is a healthy commitment, is unshakable bedrock of a loving, secure relationship. In an existing relationship beset by problems, it is important to commit to your own health and well-being first. Once you are feeling more balanced, you will have a more positive energy to share. Commitment can be a prison or a key to freedom and great personal growth. You have drawn this card today because your angels and guides are reminding you to commit or recommit. I like the RE words during retrograde. To recommit to your own happiness before you begin a new relationship or attempt to revive the one you are currently involved in. Put your oxygen mask on first. The energy that you put out into the world is reflected back to you. So take care of yourselves, right? Take care of yourselves, and that gives you the energy. Cancer, you give so much. You give so much in relationships. You give so much to the world. You are always give. And you and Pisces, you overgive sometimes. I know this. And so it is important that we give back to ourselves, that we remember that we're important too, right? So true commitment is not about trying to get more from the other person or signing contracts that hang the threat of legal recourse overhead should one of you grow in an unexpected direction. The unhealthy commitments of trying to change or rescue someone becomes a draining obligation in which no one can be truly happy. When you're ready to commit to your life and who you need to be, an appropriate love match will appear with a commitment that equals your own. I had a friend tell me once that prenuptial agreements, he was getting his intended to sign a prenup. And I said, "You're what?" I said, "You're planning for your divorce?" And he said, "No, I'm protecting my assets." I said, "No, you're planning for a divorce." I don't get that. I don't get that. All right. So, love yourself. Give yourself what you need. Don't expect any less from yourself. And then don't expect anything less from others, right? We teach people how to treat ourselves. So treat yourself well. And then you will attract people who will also treat you well. And they won't come around and say, "Oh, I need to protect myself." Because seriously, being in a relationship with someone who's so worried about protecting themselves, they are never truly open and intimate. In Cancer, intimacy is really important to you. So don't forget that. Don't sell yourself short. All right, you guys have a great retrograde. Use it well. I will see you again soon. Thanks for supporting this channel with your thumbs up and your comments. And if you would like more on astrology, I do that over on Facebook. I would love to have you come over and join the group. So hope to see you there. Just take care. Talk to you soon.